Unrivaled League needs Caitlin Clark, and they are preparing to offer her a massive.
The WNBA is currently scrambling because ESPN just revealed another major story about Caitlin Clark's unmatched offer. And honestly, the league should have seen this coming. Caitlin has been the main attraction, pushing the WNBA to new levels of attention and revenue. But what has she received in return? Constant criticism, racial and physical hostility from opposing players and fans, and a small pay increase of just $775,000, all while she's helping generate millions for the league.
People are having to move their venues when she comes to play, and she's getting paid like $75,000 a year. She should be one of the top paid players in the world just for the sheer numbers that she's brought.
But the organizations overseas actually understand the value of a true star. They're offering her a place where she'll be supported, not attacked, and they're willing to pay her what her talent deserves. No more cheap shots or comments about her appearance. And wait until you hear how much money they're offering for just 3 months of her time. Let me break it down because this amount will make your jaw drop, and honestly, she's worth every dollar.
It has also been reported that Unrivaled 3-on-3 League offered Caitlin Clark significant equity in the league and a salary that is over $1 million.
ESPN has blown this story wide open with a huge announcement. A major international league called Unrivaled has offered Caitlin Clark an incredible $1 million contract for only 3 months of play. That's not a full season salary. That's almost 15 times what the WNBA was paying her for an entire year. All they want from her is a short 3-month commitment. It's like Unrivaled is saying, "We see how special you are, and we're ready to pay for it," while the WNBA continues treating her like she's still proving herself. And it's not just about the paycheck. Unrivaled is offering the full luxury experience, state-of-the-art facilities, a world-class medical staff, and a strong support team. They're giving her the kind of treatment the WNBA never even attempted. In short, Unrivaled is saying, "We'll protect you," while the WNBA has allowed her to take hits game after game with almost no backup.
Which brings me to something that I've also been thinking about, and I've told you guys in the past that I do work with.
Caitlin wasn't just another player out there. She was carrying the whole show. She turned the WNBA into a moneymaker almost overnight. Ticket prices shot to the highest levels they've ever been. Merchandise sold out everywhere, and when it came to TV ratings, let's be honest, people weren't tuning in for the league itself. They were watching because of Caitlin Clark. Every time she stepped on the floor, the arena was packed. Fans rushed to buy her jersey, like it might disappear the next day. Caitlin became a one-person business machine, bringing in huge revenue, and everyone knew it.
Been so clear for so many people the Caitlin Clark effect that she has had on the WNBA this season. We have talked about it so much on this channel. She has raised overall viewers.
But here's the shocking part. Even with all the money she brought in, her actual salary was only $70,000 for the entire year. Yes, the player who boosted the WNBA to a whole new level was making barely anything by pro sports standards. While the league collected profit after profit because of her impact, Caitlin was earning less than some mascots. And this wasn't just about filling seats. Her name was on almost every piece of merch. She was the reason fans showed up. She was the main event. Yet the WNBA tossed her a tiny paycheck and acted like it was enough.
You're making such a buzz about all of these other players who are joining, and you're just not saying anything about Caitlin, or you're not putting aside whatever millions of dollars need to be had to get her into your league. I feel like it was a missed opportunity.
And it wasn't only the physical play. Caitlin was also dealing with unfair comments about her appearance. It often felt like she was out there battling more than just basketball opponents. Instead of protecting their biggest star, the WNBA seemed to leave her on her own. Meanwhile, Unrivaled is guaranteeing a safe and supportive environment. They're making it clear they won't tolerate personal attacks. Caitlin would finally get a bias-free space to focus on basketball without worrying about taking unnecessary hits or dealing with disrespect. The WNBA was supposed to be her big stage, the moment she showed her talent to the entire country. But it quickly became something else. In her first season, Caitlin went from being the league's most exciting new player to a constant target. She took hard fouls, rough contact, and criticism that went far beyond normal competition. And it felt personal. From her very first game, it looked like some players were determined to slow her down by any means necessary, knowing there likely wouldn't be consequences.
List goes on, but there have been so many players, coaches, media personality who have been so afraid to just admit the fact that Caitlin Clark has been the sole reason for so many of these things happening this season in the WNBA.
Now, let's talk about a moment everyone remembers involving Angel Reese. In one of the most intense games of the season, there was a play where Reese made very hard contact with Caitlin Clark. It wasn't subtle, it was obvious to everyone watching. The crowd reacted, the announcers commented on it, and the cameras caught every angle. But surprisingly, the referees didn't call anything. No foul, no review, no stoppage. Caitlin had to shake it off and continue playing even though she clearly looked shaken from the hit.
And all of a sudden, we're pretty close. This has been as close as it's been all second quarter long, 44.
And then came the playoff moment that really upset fans. Caitlin took a hard poke to the eye, not a gentle tap, but contact serious enough to throw her off and put her at risk of injury. Yet once again, the officials didn't respond. No foul was called, no review was made. It was as if she wasn't getting the basic protection every player deserves on the court.
You seen it? Ain't nobody go for a ball like this and then their hand go down like this. You go to block the ball, you would think she would do this or the poking out like this. How are you going to go for the ball like this and then have your hand come down and hit it right in the eye? Intentional.
So what did Caitlin do after all of this? She finally reached her limit. During one intense, high-pressure moment, she vented her frustration by slamming a piece of equipment. And suddenly, the referees had perfect vision. They called a foul on her, as if they'd been waiting for her to slip up. Meanwhile, the hits to her face and eye that really mattered had gone unpunished. This wasn't a one-time thing. It became a season-long pattern. Fans could clearly see the double standard. Caitlin was expected to follow strict rules, while her opponents seemed free to target her without consequences. But the referees weren't the only ones falling short. The league itself stayed silent. Every time she got knocked down, Caitlin rarely received any acknowledgement. It was as if she were just another player, despite bringing record-breaking ticket sales and viewership. She would get up, shake it off, and keep going, while the league stayed quiet. After that playoff eye poke, which visibly affected her vision, did the WNBA issue a statement? Did they show concern? No. It was business as usual. Stay quiet, hope she bounces back, and pretend nothing happened.
They hate her because she's white, she's straight, and more importantly, she's better than everybody else. Period. End of.
And that's where Unrivaled steps in. This league isn't messing around. They've been paying attention to what Caitlin has gone through, and they're making it clear. Player safety comes first. Their approach is completely different. They have real rules that protect athletes instead of letting them take hits without consequences. If a player gets injured, it's not just a trainer rushing in. They have top-tier medical teams ready immediately. Serious injuries get immediate, professional care, not some half-hearted attempt to patch things up and hope for the best.
Will be interesting to see how well this league does, how much these women get paid, if there are any significant injuries.
But Unrivaled isn't just focused on what happens during a game. They also plan for what comes after an injury, something the WNBA often seem to overlook. Caitlin could barely get basic care after taking repeated hits. With Unrivaled, it's different. They don't just apply quick fixes and push players back on the court. They provide full post-injury support, carefully monitoring recovery, offering proper treatment, and making sure athletes are truly ready to play again. The goal isn't just to tape them up and send them out. It's to ensure players feel strong, confident, and fully prepared before stepping back into the game.
Average WNBA viewership, okay, game, 7,300 in attendance, okay? The average Angel Reese game is 10,100, 10,200, they come to watch her. You know what the average attendance is when Caitlin Clark plays home or the road?
What?
15,300,
Wow.
okay?
It wasn't just the on-court abuse Caitlin faced. There was more to the story. In her first season, she drew an average of 15,000 fans per game. That's not just impressive, it's record-breaking. The league's average the previous season was just 7,300 fans per game. Caitlin wasn't just filling seats, she was creating a full-blown frenzy. Those 15,000 fans weren't quiet either. They cheered, chanted, waved signs with her name, and bought her merchandise as fast as stores could restock. Every piece of Caitlin merch seemed to disappear the moment it hit the shelves.
They hate her because she's white, she's straight, and more importantly, she's better than everybody else. Period. End of story.
While Caitlin was shattering records, Angel and Alyssa took a different approach. Instead of recognizing the huge boost Caitlin was bringing to the league, they cast doubt on the new, diverse fans she attracted, even labeling them as racist. The people giving their time, energy, and money to support the WNBA were being unfairly targeted. It wasn't about Caitlin's talent or the way she was changing the game. It was about making her fans feel like outsiders. By contrast, Unrivaled is a league that doesn't tolerate that kind of behavior. Players are valued for their skill, not judged for who they attract. That's why Caitlin's new offer is sending shockwaves and causing serious panic in the WNBA.